Smells like cigarettes in here. Really? In the hotel? That's hilarious. Good evening and welcome to the Throttle Out 250 YouTube channel, guys. If this is your first time stopping by, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and click that little bell icon there to be notified of when I upload. Alright guys, now so today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different from the usual vlogs that I've been doing. I really want to talk about the new Cummins that's coming out, the 2019 or 2020 I believe. It's gonna be a pretty cool truck, I'm thinking. It's unlike the previous trucks. They've done quite a few impressive upgrades that I think we've all been waiting for. Now, the first thing, I know you guys are waiting for me to say this, is, sorry, 1 second. For me to touch on this, this is the first thing I'm going to talk about, as I'm sure everybody is. It's the news, it's the talk of the town. Cummins, the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel engine that is going to be going in the new body style, the 5th gen Ram 25-3500s. It is the first truck, the first diesel pickup truck that boasts 1,000 foot-pounds of torque from the factory. Now, everybody's been very close to these numbers these past few years. We've all been, you know, Ford, Dodge, and Chevy have been kind of competing, as they always do, in the torque department. It's pretty impressive. To be completely honest, I'm not exactly surprised that Ram was the first to put out the 1,000 foot-pound truck. It doesn't shock me in the slightest. I was actually kind of expecting it. It seems like Ram kind of sets the stage and everybody else just tries to just beat them, which is totally understandable. So it has a whopping 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. First pickup truck to announce this, but the thing is, it's got a very underwhelming 400 horsepower rating. I know torque is everything in the diesel world, but I was still expecting it to have quite a bit higher horsepower numbers. I was kind of hoping to see around the 450, 465 horsepower area. I mean, the Fords have 445 horsepower and 935 foot-pounds of torque for 2018 and 19 as well. So I was really expecting Ram to kind of surpass that and get closer to a 500 horsepower range, to be completely honest. Not quite 500 yet, but I was hoping around, you know, like I said, 450, 460, somewhere in that range. I was really hoping to see Ram step up their horsepower game. But, I mean, horsepower in the diesel world, as we all know, isn't exactly everything. That 1,000 horsepower is very impressive, but just to, you know, put into perspective, any pickup truck after 2015 is capable of 1,000 foot-pounds of torque with just a simple tune and delete. I mean, you could even get that through a tune without even deleting with an emissions-friendly tune. So, I mean, it is impressive that it's the first one to have it factory, but these pickup trucks have been running 1,000 foot-pounds of torque for many years now. I am still very impressed that they are the king of the torque game right now. So as far as I've read, it is a brand new build from the ground up. It's a brand new body design. It's more aerodynamic, and it's got a new frame design, and the rear end, from what I've read, is fully boxed and has stronger axles. I think I read somewhere that it also has 6 cross members in there, which is, you know, it's great. That it's going to be a very sturdy, very capable truck. Now, will I buy one personally? No. Would I love to buy one? 100%, absolutely. I would love to have the new Ram 3500. It's got some very sweet upgrades, which we will be discussing here momentarily. But no, I really want to build this 2018 Power Stroke, and really, there's really no sense in me getting the new truck. A few years down the road, would I consider buying a Cummins? Absolutely. As most of you know, I'm not a brand loyal kind of person. I'm an enthusiast. I like everything. I like shit boxes. I like pavement princesses. I like builds of all kinds, other than the whole Japanese ricer scene. I don't know. There's nothing really that appeals to me in that area. Anyhow, this isn't about that. This is about this. So it's, like I said, it's a brand new build from the ground up. I don't recall if I mentioned, but it does have stronger axles. The 3500 1-ton has rear leaf springs, while the 2500 3/4 ton only has the 5-link coil spring setup, which is a little disappointing, but they've been doing that for a similar setup for a few years now, so I'm not entirely surprised. The 3500 has leaf springs, but it also has airbags, which allows it to have a smoother ride, is what I'm guessing anyhow. Because I know a lot of vehicles, once you've had airbags, it's night and day difference. Kind of like having shocks with a reservoir system. It makes the ride a lot smoother. And once you load the truck down, it only gets smoother from there. I mean, I run 1,000 or 1,100 pounds in the bed of my truck of sand in the wintertime, because I don't haul much in the wintertime. So I run the 1,000 pounds in the bed just for the traction, and to give it it actually does, it gives it a much smoother ride. That's not the purpose, but it is a bonus. Anyways, the truck automatically detects loads and adjusts the springs accordingly, which is amazing. That's astonishing. I'm so happy that they finally put that as a factory option in pickup trucks. You could always get auto leveling bags and stuff like that aftermarket, but they've moved it into the heavy duty market as a factory option, which is great. I believe the 1500s did have that for some time though. I'm very happy that they did move that into the heavy duty market. It also has a mode that lowers the bed to easier load and hook up trailers, which is, I mean, people give Ford shit for having the grandpa step in the tailgate. This isn't much different, but I do like this feature quite a bit. That's definitely handy. Even though it is one more thing to go wrong, that is a pretty cool feature. They did improve the current VGT, variable geometry turbo, and from what I've read anyways, they've said that you can see a max of 33 PSI with the new exhaust manifold on the stock tune. And by stock tune, I mean just as factory, it can see 33 PSI, which is awesome, because most trucks, you'll see 26, 27, 28 PSI, but you never really peak that 30 PSI mark. So it's going to be really nice to see a pickup that can surpass the 30 PSI threshold factory. That's really cool, but I believe that has a lot to do with giving it that 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. I believe that's a lot what aids in doing that, as well as some other internal upgrades that have been addressed. It also has the largest ever intercooler to be put in a Ram truck from the factory, which is much needed, especially with the torque and every other upgrade that this truck has. That's definitely a must-have. So they're supposed to have new pistons, which are supposed to be lighter and have low friction rings, and they ride on new forged connecting rods. The block is compact graphite iron, also known as CGI. It's supposed to be about 60 pounds lighter from the previous engines. That's not that much. I mean, 60 pounds is 60 pounds. Weight loss is weight loss. I mean, I could use it myself, but 60 pounds really isn't all that much. It's better, but it's not really impressive. But it is better, so we'll give them that. There's a point to Dodge right there. I guess we should say Cummins. The new cast iron cylinder head has new rocker arms, exhaust valves, and springs, so it's getting a total overhaul. I really do have a lot of faith in this new engine. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a really hot seller. I mean, the Ram already is a very hot seller as is, but I think it's going to get even better from here. Unfortunately, there is no more GT56 standard transmission. I'm just guessing it's because people suck at driving standards. Instead of finding the gear, they grind it, you know what I mean? I think it has a lot to do with warranty claims and people not knowing how to drive the standard. And they're probably trying to save a lot of money, because back in 2011, that's when Ford stopped putting a standard transmission in their trucks, and I can't recall when GM stopped doing it, but from what I think, it's from people not knowing how to drive them, having too many warranty claims because of that, and they're also trying to save money, because if you're mass producing one part, it costs you a lot less money than mass producing a bunch of different ones. So I think that has a lot to do with it. The high output model has the, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, because I've probably been pronouncing it wrong for years, but nobody's corrected me. It's the Aisin transmission, AISN. Again, I'm not sure if I know how to pronounce that correctly. That's how I've been saying it for years. I'm just going to keep saying it that way. It's the better transmission. So it has the Aisin transmission, and the lesser output model has the 6-speed auto, which it's like the 68 RFE, but it has been improved on from quite a few different internal upgrades, including hydraulics and so forth. There's a lot of technical shit that goes into it that I really don't feel like explaining. I was reading up about it about a week ago, so it's not quite fresh in my mind. I do have notes that I jotted down about it, because this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, but yeah, it's not quite fresh in my head anymore, so I'm just going off the notes that I'd taken for this video. It does have a Borg-Warner manual or electric transfer case, as you would hope. Preferably my preferred transfer case would 100% be the manual transfer case. That's how I would outfit a truck. The maximum payload of this truck is 7,680 pounds, and that is with a regular cab long box 3500 dually. That is the maximum payload of any of these trucks. I believe that's a 4x2 as well. That's not a 4x4. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. It has a brand new interior. It's very nice. It has a lot more storage, more USB, more technology, and I know a lot of people buy these trucks for the technology these days. I mean, not specifically, but they buy the upper models for all the added technology, which is great. The technology in these trucks is, I mean, it's not mind-blowing, but it is very nice to have. Everybody seems to be in kind of a war with who can put in a bigger touchscreen, and it features the full-length touchscreen, which looks very nice. They have utilized something which Ford has been using since around 2011, which I would call is a supplemental heater. It's just a heating element that heats the cab quicker. Like with my truck, with both my 2016 and my 2018, you fire the truck up, and it is warm near instantly. Within 2 or 3 minutes, the cab is warm. Especially even in the winter months when it's, you know, below 20, below 30, the cab is warm within minutes, if not instantly. So I'm sure people who are buying this truck are really going to appreciate that if they live in the colder climates as I do. Now, I highly doubt that Ford and GM are gonna let Ram get away with being the king of torque right now. So I'm guessing by 2020, either Ford or GM will be taking the title of the highest torque. I believe Ford has the highest horsepower. I could be mistaken on that right now. As I said, horsepower isn't the king when it comes to diesel trucks. It's all about the torque. So I don't really think it'll be long before they boot Ram off of their pedestal. King won't be on his throne for long, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what GM and Ford's response is to this 1,000 foot-pounds of torque king that Ram has produced. But still, I'm really interested in seeing what the numbers are going to be from the competitors in the coming future. Let me know what you guys think about the new Ram. I would love to get one personally, but like I said, it's just not feasible. I mean, I just got this truck 6 months ago. Ram released this truck, the information on this truck not long ago, so I mean, there's not really much I can do about getting a new one, but I would love to have one. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. I know it's not completely organized. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the new pickup truck, the new torque numbers. I know everybody's talking about it, so I figured I might as well get in there too, get my opinion out there, say what I have to think about it, reiterate some information that has already been put out there. Thanks for guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be trying to upload a lot more frequently. I want to upload daily. It's just not entirely feasible, but I've got a system that I'm going to be bringing into play here in the near future. Hopefully it works out, and I'm really looking forward to making some really good content here in 2019. So guys, thanks for watching. Remember to click that subscribe button. Remember, and this is especially for you new Ram owners that are getting that 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, this will be real easy for you. Just remember, when you're in doubt, throttle out. We'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.